Hi stamping friends, it's Marilyn here with Stamping Creations with Marilyn. A little bit of technical difficulties today, so bear with me as I'm back to just using my phone and I'm going to have to flip it around in a few minutes. We'll try and get that sorted out before my next Facebook Live. So thank you for joining me. I am going to double check that I'm in the right spot, and then I'm going to give you a couple of pieces of information of what's happening with Stampin' Up, and I'm going to make some draws from last Monday's Facebook Live. So hang in there. Oh, looks like I'm there, so that's good. So what do I want to tell you today? Today, as you can see by my sweatshirt, it's cold and yucky outside again today, so I'm happy to be able to be in my craft room. I am working on new classes for July. I'm hoping to be able to get them out to you shortly. And please let me know if there's any classes you would like me to prepare, because I'm always open to ideas for techniques, classes, whatever. I also have got my retired products for sale on my website and on Facebook, my business page. You can go there and shop, and at the end of it on July 20th, 2 weeks from yesterday, I am going to have specials on whatever's left. So, and they'll be quite substantial specials, so stay tuned. If you haven't been over there to look, maybe check out that day. And I'm going to, what else? Oh, bonus days. Stampin' Up is currently holding bonus days around the world, but here in Canada, if you spend $60, you will get a coupon for $6 to spend by the end of August. There are certain timelines there, but you will get that in the email. And just a word on that is, do not lose that email because we have no way of accessing it again. So I am going to turn the camera down so I can show you what you're getting for the draws, and I'll make the draws. So hang on. There's a shot of my shelving. And as near as I can tell, that is my workstation where I will show you eventually what we're making today. These are the cards. Well, before I cover it up, this is my host code, current host code, if you're interested in shopping online. These are the cards I made last Monday, so I am going to draw. First of all, for those of you who made a comment, I have your names in here, and I will close my eyes. You can't see me doing that, but I will, and draw that one. So, Karen Yeomans, you have won the card, and I will be sending you metallic pearls. As you can see, they're maybe not quite as sticky as they should be, and they're bouncing all over, but the full package is there. So that will be going to you. Thank you so much for commenting. And then also I had a draw for whoever shared my post on their website or Facebook page, whatever. And I have the other card and a prize, but I don't have the prize in front of me here for that one. So again, just a couple there, but I will pick. And for that one, it is Brenda B. So I have both your addresses. I will get those off to you in the next week or so. And just as a reminder, that will be happening again on Thursday for whoever has commented or shared on my Facebook live from last week, last Thursday. So let's get on to what I want to share with you today. Is this card made with the new rainbow glimmer paper. I just loved it when I came across it on Tamara Bertrand's Facebook Live. And this is what the paper looks like. You get 2 sheets. It is glimmer paper that does not come off all over your workstation when you work with it. And definitely you can see that it's a rainbow. I can just imagine my granddaughter with that one. It has Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness, and Mango Melody as the colors. So any of those colors would coordinate with it, and depending on what piece you cut, of course. So great new product in the new catalog. So as you can see, this one was done with Bermuda Bay and Granny Apple Green, kind of that section of the page. I've got basic black and I've got Bermuda Bay as my base color on there. So today I thought I would share with you using Magenta Madness. So that is your regular card base that I am going to fold in half. So it is 8.5 by 5.5 and folded. So that's going to be my starting point. Then I have a basic black layer, which is a little bit not even all the way around. And on this one, I did mount it near the top, so I had room for the words. I think I'll probably do the same thing again. I kind of like that, mount it evenly that way. And as usual, I don't like mounting anything permanently until I have it stamped and ready to go. This is the Glimmer paper that I've decided to use. So it does have, in the camera here, got something in the way. What is that? I don't know what's in the side of there. It must be part of my stand that you're seeing. Anyway, you can see the card here. So the Magenta Madness is along this side. So it depends, you have to decide. Actually, I think I like it that way. So, but for this particular technique and for stamping on the Glimmer paper, you do need your Stamparatus because you have to stamp it many times. And I think on the sample I did probably 6 or 7 times. So again, I will do that and just show you how it gets darker and darker. The stamp set or stamp that I'm using is from the Ornate Style stamp set, and any one of these would have worked, or lots of other stamp sets that we have. But I have marked my grid paper so I know where to put it, where I've got it lined up, and I will use both magnets. Quite often only use one magnet. And under the plate, it's nice to have a stamp case to keep it steady. I'm using black Memento ink with a string across it. And now it's going to be all over my fingers, but okay. And paper towel so it isn't where it shouldn't be. So I'll try not to bounce the camera too much for doing that. And you can tap the ink, you can rub it like I was doing there. When I'm doing something like this, I like inking it from the other side, even if it was on a block. And then I usually keep the lid close by like that so you can place it there. And again, because it's stamped on the Glimmer paper, it's going to take a little more pressure than usual to transfer the image. So you can see it has started, and that definitely the reason for using the Stamparatus is that you have to stamp it in the same place, hopefully, so many times. So you can imagine if you had more of the Mango Melody, maybe you wouldn't need to stamp it quite so many times. I believe my stamp pad is fairly well inked, because that could be another thing that you could try, is to add lots of ink to your stamp pad, but it is working. And I think an open stamp like this is a little better for this technique because you're not trying to fill in like a solid stamp would be, filling in all of the area and maybe require, I don't know, 10 stamps instead of 5 or 6. Now I've lost count. I think we're on 4. But it is getting darker. And again, because our Stamparatus is such an awesome tool to have in your stamping room, it is helping stamp exactly in the same place. And I think a couple more. And I don't, when I did the first one, I didn't heat it to set it or anything. I'm sure I didn't leave it very long, probably long enough to put the black layer on and then put that one on. When Tamara did this on one of hers, she actually that's not, fussy cut the image and put it on her card. So that's another option. I haven't tried that on this particular paper, but it wouldn't be that difficult to cut around there. It's quite straightforward lines. Try a little bit darker on the pink side. And sometimes you just have to press and let it sink in. Maybe one more time. So really not a difficult technique once you've figured out what colors you want to use. And I find that again, because it's using Stampin' Up colors, they match. Like it's not like they've thrown together a color that we don't have in our regular cardstock. So there is my image that I'm going to put on the front of that card. So I will just set the Stamparatus aside. Excuse me. And carry on now. For the greeting, I used You Are So Special from the Tasteful Touches stamp set. You could use whatever. I wanted to use the coordinating die and done something I don't normally do. I have already cut the die out. If you can see, the edges are embossed, I guess would call it. So let's hope I can stamp it straight. If not, I won't glue it on for whoever's going to win this one. Again, using your foam mat underneath to help it stamp better. Oh, that looks pretty good. So this this die set, I'll try and hold it where you can see it a little bit better, comes with some edges that cut and some that just emboss. So that one that I used is this one, so it does cut and emboss at the same time. So great set to have. Oh, it's the extra piece. I was going to say, how come I have another piece of that? Okay, so now it's just a matter of putting it together. So I am going to use our new Stamp and Seal. Still finding things on how to use this so it works really well, so let's give it a try. It was do this, and whoops, don't do that. Look at that. That black is not the same size as the black that I had on that one. But put it on there. Then I did use just the again, the seal on this one. And I will use dimensionals on the words. And because of the way I lined that one up, to me it goes up this way. So, well, that's why I cut the black that way. It now fits evenly around the glimmer paper. When I do burnishing, I like to do it from the back, so I'm not running my hands over the inked images. And I will put a couple dimensionals on this side. And place that near the bottom again. Don't want it over the edge of the card. So, very similar. And then I do have Elegant Faceted Gems. Another new embellishment from the current annual catalog. And this one I used basically just a clear one. And this one, I think I'm going to use one of these that looks more frosted. Let's see what it comes out like. So please leave your comments. Let me know which one you like. Well, hopefully you like both of them, but which one you like better. And if you have any suggestions for other cards that we can try, I would certainly love to have your suggestions. And that was how easy it was to do a card with your rainbow glimmer paper. So please, like I say, share my video, leave me comments. I love hearing from you. And I will touch base with you again in a few days. Take care now.